By the end of this video, you'll know 10 reasons why I think it's never been a better time to start a YouTube channel in 2021. This video is different than the ones I normally make for the channel, and I decided to make it because people have reached out over the years asking about YouTube and if they should start a channel for their music, and absolutely you should. And that's kind of what this video is about. I just wanted to collect all the thoughts I've had about this over the years into one video. And I've also seen some people in Discord who've been making their own channels and making some videos, and that's really cool. So I hope this video is helpful to spur people onward and just give you some ideas about how I've been thinking about the platform. I would say the number one reason to start a YouTube channel is organic discoverability. YouTube, I think, is one of the few platforms left that still has a certain organicness to the way that the videos are promoted. Also, Google is the #1 search engine in the world, responsible for about 90% of all searches. And the #2 slot is YouTube. And YouTube is scheduled or slated to take over the #1 spot probably within the next couple of years, if not sooner at this point. So what that means for you as a creative person, musician, entrepreneur is that if you're making videos and online content, there's a high probability people will be able to find you based on just searching for things that they're interested in. And I would venture to guess that that's probably how you found this channel, by searching for 4tracks or Tascam 424 Dulles, or maybe even the title of this video. Collateral discoverability is something I just made up, which I think is the second reason, which is I have a band, Be Cool Cowboy. My channel is more tutorial based. I never really intended to promote my music through the channel, but as a result of making the videos and having songs that were recorded in them, people discovered my music from that. And I've had the most success I've ever had as a musician by this collateral discoverability, collateral damage. It's kind of like where I got the term from, which I guess isn't the most positive term, but I did this one thing and then there was this unintended consequence of, oh, well, this also became promoted or discovered. So I always thought that was really cool, and especially for somebody who, or anybody that has, I just want to make stuff. I don't want to be focused on promoting it or getting it out there. YouTube is kind of the perfect platform because it'll always find the right viewer for your videos. You have a killer camera in your pocket to make videos with, I would say, is the third reason. So technology really can't hold you back. If anything, the best thing to focus on is audio. So, but as a musician, especially, who this video I guess is more geared toward, you probably have a pretty good understanding of recording and recording audio. So a lot of this stuff would just come naturally to you. Now, other people, yeah, you'd probably have to put some work into it. But if you've used phones and software before, I think it would come pretty naturally. And there's a lot of software out there that's pretty intuitive now. So I guess my reason number 3 is that I don't think technology is really a barrier to entry in terms of video technology anymore. The fourth reason is you're able to promote your stuff online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even while you sleep. It's a passive form of getting yourself out there, getting out your art, getting out your business, getting out your music. It's amazing to see. I can't even believe, hundreds of views and things occur overnight, and it's like, man, this is so cool. It just has its own legs in a way. And if people are searching for certain tutorials, they'll find them. And it's just amazing that, to think that you could make a bunch of videos and have this library of content and videos that people could potentially watch for as long as the platform exists, which I guess could be forever. But there's something really cool about that. In perpetuity, this knowledge and information that I've shared is out there all the time, ready to be discovered and watched. And I don't know, I feel like there's never been any sort of opportunity like that in the history of the world. There's 2 billion plus active users on YouTube right now, which is about, I think the world's population is coming up on 8 billion. So that means like 25% of the world's population, 1 in 4 people in the world are on YouTube. So you have an ability essentially for free to reach a global audience with whatever it is you are wanting to make videos about. It's insane that, time and space are no longer a factor in promoting yourself or promoting your art or promoting your business. Time zones don't really matter because, like I said, your stuff is out there 24/7. And, distance is no longer an issue. The distance between where you are and where somebody else is, it really doesn't make that big of a difference anymore. You can be in contact with those people instantaneously. One thing that has really accelerated the growth of YouTube in 2020 is the pandemic. Since most people are now stuck inside and looking for new ways to be entertained, believe that YouTube's viewership or growth has almost doubled in 2020 based on the reasons I just stated. And I've seen a lot of channels that have only started within, 10 months, 12 months, and they've exploded in growth because, they're new to the platform, but there's just so many more viewers and so many more people actively searching for things to watch that there's really never been a better time to start. And they always say the best time to start was 2010 and the second best time to start is right now. But I would say that I think 2020 was probably one of the best years to start a channel, for the mere fact that there's so many more people watching videos now. This reason is more musician focused, but live stream concerts is a huge thing that you can do as a musician now. You could essentially play a show every day from your basement if you wanted to on Twitch or YouTube. And, especially in a time now when, venues and playing out live is no longer as viable as it once was. The ability that you could be playing online with, just recording yourself, or, I guess you could record yourself too, but the fact that you could do your own live sound and stream it out to an audience is pretty amazing. And you can reach those people again around the world or just in their homes. So, live streaming is one of those things that seems to be gaining in popularity as well. And prior to the pandemic, I don't know, live streaming seemed to be more of this niche thing that people were into, but, maybe people didn't see the potential of it as much. And now it's, we're all live streaming in some regards and with Zoom meetings and calls of that nature. So it's kind of interesting how that technology has now been brought to the forefront, whereas, maybe it wasn't as active in everybody's lives. Finding other like-minded people online and starting a community around your interests is probably the next best reason behind the organic discoverability part, because that really allows you to find other people. And I've never had the amount of success, and I've never met so many amazing people and had such a great scene of people to explore my interests with had it not been for YouTube. Like, YouTube has changed my life in so many ways that are, I think, almost immeasurable at times. But the community and the people is really what has made the difference for me. And having an audience to really, share things with and try things out with, and, just knowing that there's people out there that, having that gut feeling like I can, I want to make this art and share it with people, and knowing that those people are out there interested and hopefully waiting for your next video, that there's something just really fulfilling about that. Another great reason is it's a really fun hobby. I don't think I've ever had a better hobby that I was more interested in, that had so many facets to it. I always say it's like, voice recording, video recording, lighting, audio editing, video and audio editing, speaking, public speaking, being able to improvise and riff on these topics and ideas. Like I said, there's like so many different ways and so many skills I've developed that if YouTube shut down tomorrow, these would be all things I could take into the future with me. So, if there was this point in time where it just felt like every single time I made a video, and even still, but there was one point where it felt like I was making such huge leaps and bounds with every video I made, learning about all these different things. And if you're somebody who's just someone want to grow and have that passion and thirst for knowledge, like, this is such a cool way to explore that in terms of technology and just developing your skills in all these different features and facets of what it takes to be on YouTube. So that in itself has been such an amazing amount of growth to see. And, even if you go back and watch some of the earlier videos I made, I think there's a pretty discernible difference with the quality of some of the things I've done. So even that in itself is just really cool, and having that document is really cool. This last reason, again, is more music focus, but I think in general, the music scene in the real world, we'll say, or in the analog world isn't really that big. I can't tell you how many people I've met who know other people through this connection of playing music, and people from across the United States who have played in bands, like with somebody else's band. And it's really amazing that they always say, oh, it's a small world after all, that idea, but it really is. I mean, and I guess my point is, when you extrapolate that onto YouTube, I think especially right now, the music niche, there's a lot of room for a lot of different personalities and people who are into different genres and making all sorts of different kinds of music and videos about that music. So that was the chair squeaking, if you could hear that. But yeah. So it's, there's so much room on YouTube. I think just in general, there always will be, but I feel like the music niche itself is not very big. It's like, if I talked about like Bo Beats or Heinbach or Ricky Tinez, Jade Wee, Noir Blanc V, Simon the Magpie, these are probably all people that you've maybe come across, personalities on YouTube that you've also watched. And that just proves my point, is that there are people out there that we all kind of watch and know, and you could very easily become one of those people if you start a channel. So there's a lot of room out there if you have an idea and you have a passion and a love for doing this stuff. 2021 has really never been, I don't really think there's ever been a better time to get moving on the things that you want to get moving on, especially if one of those things is a channel. That's a really roundabout way of saying that. 2020 was an amazing year to start a channel. 2021 I think the next decade is going to be one that's dominated by YouTube. So if it's something you've always wanted to try and get into, and it's been in the back of your mind, there really has never been a better time. Thank you for watching this far. If you have, drop like a dinosaur in the comments, just so I know you watched this far. I hope you got something out of it. I realize this isn't the type of normal video I make, but hopefully there was something valuable in here, or just entertaining for you. And as always, I just want to say Godspeed, all my friends out there. If you decide to start your YouTube journey this year, good luck. And like I said, there's never been a better time. And as always, make sure you do something you want to do today, all right?